Hi, everyone. It's Monday Night Live with Purpose Driven by Pink, and we're really excited to have you all here tonight. We thank you for tuning in. We've got an awesome guest tonight, Trey Edwards. He's on his way home from the gym, so he's pulling over right now to talk with us. But this is an awesome for you. A lot of people think that Plexus is all about weight loss. You go to the gym and you're physically fit and you eat healthy, yet you can't benefit from Plexus. So we asked Trey, who is actually a professional bodybuilder. So he's very, pardon me? Oh, okay. And so he's a bodybuilder, and so he's very conscious of his health and what he puts into his body, and he works out all the time, and he's going to share his Plexus journey with us. Actually, Jesey, can you put up the pictures? Oh, I want to introduce my co-host, Jesey Hough, who's a silver ambassador, and April Mans, my other co-host, who's also a silver ambassador. And Jesey's got some pictures of Trey in competition. So you want to put those up, Jess? I think you got it. Can you present them up on the screen?
Yep, I'm working on it right now.
Awesome. Trey said it's okay that we put these pictures up, so. He said he's not shy. So, yeah, there he is. Look at him competing, right?
Yes.
And we got another one, which my son loves this one because it's got his bow in the picture. I think that's the one you got, Jess. Hang on, give her a second to get that one up there. If you can present it, she'll put it up on the screen for everyone. That's awesome. Isn't that awesome? I love it.
April said that you looked like a wax figure.
That was the day after my show, the morning after.
That's awesome. I love it.
That bow is awesome.
I mean, it's just like from the head up, he looks a little like a wax figure, but the bow is friggin' awesome too.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just an awesome picture. So he's going to tell us about his Plexus journey, and this will be a great, this is going to be recorded. It'll be great to share with people that, you want to show them that there are benefits besides just weight loss. We're so much more than weight loss. So this will be recorded. It'll be a great one to share with other people. But first, before we have Trey tell us his journey, we've got to have my co-host April read us the Plexus disclaimer. So April's going to read that for us, and then we'll get started.
Okay, so the opportunity of a lifetime is brought to you by independent Plexus ambassadors and is not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. At Plexus Worldwide, we want you to know that the results you are about to hear may vary from person to person, and we do not claim to cure, treat, or prevent any disease. And the earnings of these ambassadors are not necessarily representative of the income, if any, that an ambassador can or will earn through the Plexus compensation plan. The success of an ambassador depends on his or her skill set, work effort, and desire to succeed. For more information on the Plexus compensation plan, please visit plexusworldwide.com/opportunity. So now I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Trey Edwards.
All right. How's everybody doing? Good.
Yeah, we're muted.
Oh, okay. Well, just to get things started, I've been bodybuilding, actually competing now for like going on 4 years. I've been working out a lot longer than that, but that's just how long I've been competing. And I've always had some kind of a gut issue, especially eating as much food as I do. You know, when you're eating 6, 7 whole meals a day, that's a lot of food that your system's got to go through. And, you know, you eat that many times, you should be going to the restroom at least 2 to 3 times a day, if not more. And there's been times where I've eaten 7 meals and never went once till the next day sometime. And I mean, my stomach would hurt. And I've tried, and I drank tons of water. So I'm like, everybody's saying, well, drink more water. Well, I was drinking a gallon, sometimes 2 gallons a day. and I was taking fiber supplements and all this stuff, and it just nothing was happening. And here recently, my girlfriend actually started selling Plexus, and she was told about it from a friend, and she got the Plexus for me, and I was just, at first I was like, I'm not trying this. I'm not gonna take this stuff. I already take a probiotic, and I take this, and I take that. So finally, one day, she just bought it for me. She knows how hard-headed I am, so she bought it for me. And I said, all right, you bought it, I'm going to take it. So I started taking it. I started out with the ProBio 5 and BioCleanse, and started out with, I believe, 2 ProBios a night and, 4 BioCleanse a day. And, first couple of days, I didn't really see nothing. And then on the about 5th or 6th day, might have been the 7th day, it was like, oh boy. I get up in that morning, go to the bathroom, and I'm like, all right, this is somewhat normal. Then I eat once or twice, I'm like, oh, I got to go again. So next thing you know, before the day's over with, I've done went like 3 or 4 times, and I'm like, oh, this is so fabulous. I feel great. I'm not bloated, and I'm loving this. So, and that one thing leads to another, and I keep taking it, and I keep feeling good. I'm not bloated anymore. I'm staying regular every day. And I'm like, all right, this is what's up. So I decided, I said, okay, well, if that works, I'll try the Slim. And so I get some Slim, and I start taking it. And within probably a day or two, I started noticing I just had more energy without having to have any caffeine. Because I'd get up every morning, I'd have coffee or some kind of caffeine to get my day going. And then later on that day, I would drink like some 5-hour energy or something like that. Well, as I started taking, I started noticing I wasn't getting that 2:30 feeling in the afternoon. And in the mornings, I got to where I was like, I don't even want coffee. Like, I just didn't want it. And I was like, well, if this is working as good, and the ProBio 5 and BioCleanse is working great, I was like, well, let's try this, try the X Factor. Because I took a multivitamin, and I told myself, I said, when I run out, I said, I'll try this. Well, the first thing I noticed when I started taking it is I wasn't peeing Gatorade Yellow anymore. So apparently my body is uptaking all these vitamins instead of just wasting them, pouring them down the drain. So I was like, okay, that's cool. And I noticed over time a difference in my sinuses. Like normally during the spring, my sinuses here several years ago just got to where they were getting terrible. And this past year, I haven't had a sinus infection since I started taking it. I haven't really had any major sinus problems that I used to have. And I was like, oh, this is great. And so I was like, well, I work out all the time, and sometimes I get some sore muscles or aches and pains. So I said, I'll try the Ease Relief. So I ended up getting the Ease Relief pills and the cream. And I started taking the pills, and I was like, this is working like ibuprofen. I'm like, this is taking the inflammation out and making me feel better. And then the cream, oh, how I love it. I used it last night. Anytime I have a sore joint or muscle, I'll rub it on it before I go to bed, get up the next morning, and I feel great. And then I'm trying to think. Oh, and then, the omegas come out, which I've always taken some kind of fish oil or something like that. And I got to reading about it, and I said, this is made from all plant-based stuff versus the fish, the fish is good, but you never know if your fish oil's got mercury in it or something like that. So I'm like, well, the plants, don't have mercury. So I started taking them, and they work just as good. Like, I noticed, like, inflammation in my joints and stuff like that stayed down, and I just knew it worked. I could tell, because I know when I don't take any kind of omega, I can tell joints start getting a little stiff or sore and stuff like that. And I got to go back to the X Factor now. I forgot about this. It makes my hair and fingernails grow so fast it makes me mad. Because I have to get my hair cut every 2 weeks now instead of once a month. So my haircut bill went up, and I'm having to cut my fingernails all the time. So apparently something's working really good. But all the products that I've tried, I have really enjoyed, and I think everybody can benefit from a healthy gut. I don't care how clean you eat and all that. The foods that we have in our diets, even though we think we're eating clean, there's so many chemicals and processed stuff in our foods, even the chicken breast you buy, unless it's 100% organic, that's never been frozen and stuff like that, it's injected with some kind of sodium solution and phosphates and stuff like that. You know, if your vegetables aren't organic, they've been treated with a pesticide. Some vegetables don't absorb the pesticides like others do, but, you know, it's the more you can cut that out and keep clean stuff in your body and get stuff in there like the ProBio 5 and BioCleanse to rid it from your body, the better off you're going to be. And, you know, like I said, drinking plenty of water. And I know I won't ever go without them again.
How long have you been on them, the products, Trey?
How long have I been on them? I actually started the ProBio 5, let's see, it's been this past October, so it's been a year and 4 months.
Okay, yeah, so this isn't, you haven't just been on them a few months, you've been on them for a while, right?
Yes, and back during deer season, because I'm crazy bow hunter here, I got in a bad habit. I'd be at deer camp, and I would forget to take my BioCleanse and ProBio 5, and lo and behold, 3 or 4 days in, that bloat starts coming back. I'm like, oh, well, I got to do something about this. So I would start taking it and get my water in, but anytime I started missing it, my body would go right back to what it was doing before, and that's miserable.
And Trey, you said that you were really taking like an expensive probiotic already, right?
Yes, I was spending $40 a month at Whole Foods on a refrigerated probiotic, and I was also spending another $20 to $30 a month on a digestive enzyme to help with all the food I was taking in. So, you know, right there alone, I was spending $70 a month, and, you know, I always thought a probiotic had to be refrigerated. Well, I have been proven wrong after I read about it and learned. Certain probiotics do and certain don't. Well, that probiotic, it helped some, but it did not do the same as what the ProBio 5 BioCleanse did for me. That is done. I will never go without that, period. I don't care how broke I am.
Me neither, right? Oh, for real. Yeah.
I love it.
All right, that was so awesome. Okay, is Jesey, are you on? Your microphone's on?
Yep.
All right.
Trey, we're so excited that you got on with us tonight. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm enjoying it.
Your story is so awesome, and I'm telling you, like, we see your story all over Facebook. People, you know, they take your story, they take your picture, and, you know, they share it with all of their friends and family, you know. It's so cool to hear, you know, hear your voice and see your face and hear your story from you rather than just reading it. So we're really excited you were so willing to get on with us tonight. You know, and we have so much hope for your future with Plexus too, you know. And this is just, I love our Plexus family because, you know, you live in Arkansas. We live, well, little Miss April lives in Tennessee now, and Sherry and I live in Michigan, you know, but it's cool to know that we can we can get on to a hold of somebody else from another team, and they're willing to get on with us and talk about Plexus and how much they love it. So
Yeah, I love it. We're just all one big community. We're all friends.
Yeah,
And that's what makes it awesome.
It does, doesn't it? That's the best part, is we're all one big family.
Exactly.
And you were telling us your girlfriend Megan's about to go Ruby and that you got to go on Leaders Retreat with her, right?
Yes. And
Just
wow. All I can say about Leaders Retreat is wow. I was blown away how Plexus just, I mean, you feel like a rock star because they roll out the red carpet for you. I mean, it was, I couldn't believe it. I mean, literally, you feel like you're really somebody because, I mean, technically you are. We're the ones that make the company work. And we first get there that Thursday, they paid to have a whole city street shut down, bought out every restaurant on the street. It was free food, free drinks. It was, they had a live band. And this was all till from 5 to 10 o'clock at night or something like that. It was I know it was 3 hours at least. They had 1, 2, 3, 4. There was 4 or 5 restaurants that they bought out on that street. Had the whole street shut down. I mean, it was a blast. And then the next morning, we had a complete, I'm talking about a massive breakfast spread that was out of this world. Everything you could think of. I mean, it was all buffet, but there wasn't just one buffet station for everybody to go through. There was 15 different buffet stations. Each one of them, they all had the same stuff, so you didn't feel like you was missing out. So there was plenty of stuff to go around without you having to wait 3 hours in line to get to something. And the motivational speaker that they had there, I cannot remember her name right now, but she was fantastic. I was so pumped up after I left that place. I was ready to go. I mean, and then they had, trying to think of what her name was. They give us a concert that, I am drawing a blank right now who it was.
I'm trying to think too.
I've got video and pictures of it on my phone.
Yeah. Do you remember who that was, Jesey?
You know what? I have no idea because I wasn't at Leaders Retreat, but I can take a look and see if I can find it.
I just remember seeing everyone posting about it.
Oh, it was awesome. Oh.
That wasn't the one with Jewel, was it?
Yes, Jewel.
Was it Jewel? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I mean, it was awesome. I mean, it was a complete surprise because they didn't tell anybody. Nobody knew. And well, we got a surprise for you. And, you know, bam, here's Jewel walking out with her guitar and starts singing. And I'm like, what? It was awesome. The whole weekend was just so much fun. And one of the days, we just did a little bit of conference in the morning, and they talked about the Vegas trip. And then the rest of the day, we were able to go all over D.C. and see all the monuments, see the White House and all that stuff. Got to see the museums. It was so much fun.
That's so cool, honestly, you know, and I think everybody talks about how they just roll out the red carpet for their Plexus.
And the cool thing about it is Tarl, you know, the head guy, we had the big Halloween party that night. And he dressed up just like everybody else, and he's down there amongst everybody. He talked to everybody he could talk to. He did not shy away from anybody or turn anybody down for a picture or to talk. And I'm like, that means a lot. When the main guy over the entire company makes it a point to talk to everybody and actually ask your opinion on, you know, what's going on with Plexus. And I've seen it with, like, the Omega. You know, when it first come out, it had carrageen in the capsule. Well, everybody said, hey, look, well, this carrageen is bad stuff. We got to get rid of it. Bam, what does he do? Pulls it off the shelf, makes a whole new batch with new capsules that don't have it in it.
Yeah, that's so cool. I love that they listen to their ambassadors, like what they did with the BioCleanse with the grapefruit.
Yes.
You know? Mm-hmm.
It means so much because companies nowadays, they don't care about the little people. But we're the ones that make the company work.
Yep.
I mean, if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't have nothing, but they don't think about it like that. And Tarl, the way he come up, I got to hear the story about him, which was amazing. I don't know if y'all have heard it. I don't know if I could get it 100%, but I could kind of give you a breakdown of how it was.
Yeah, sure.
He, you know, his mom, I believe his dad ran off or whatever and left just him and his mom. And she was literally, they had nothing, and was sitting on a park bench one day, and this guy come by and seen him and told her that she could come live in his garage. This man did. So they lived in the garage for a while, and this man, he was one of the big guys for selling network marketing, selling pots and pan stuff. And she started selling that, and before you know it, that guy and his mom kind of clicked and was basically, you know, seeing each other, and ended up getting married. And the way he done Tarl growing up was, all right, Tarl, you know, he would come and say, all right, I want this. Well, Tarl, and you know, he would say, all right, Tarl, what are you bringing to the table? So if Tarl brought $100 to the table, he would match him $100, you know, and taught him that, you know, you take care of the people that take care of you. And just like when it come time to get a car, Tarl saved up like $8,000. And it was time to get a car, and he said, all right, Tarl, what are you bringing to the table? He's brought $8,000, matched him $8,000. So now he's got $16,000 to buy a car, and that's how he just kept going and going with it. And that's why he still remembers what it was like to be like everybody, you know, that didn't have anything. And he treats everybody the same no matter who you are. And I think that is amazing.
That is amazing.
He never forgot where he came from.
I've never heard that story, and thank you so much for sharing it. Yes, that was.
It was really good. There might be a video somewhere, maybe of Leaders Retreat, where they talk about it. I don't know, but they, you know, I probably didn't get the story 100%, but that's really close to how it went, and that just means a lot.
Yeah, that is so cool. It really is, you know. I mean, I don't think it gets any better than that, you know. I mean, Plexus just takes such good care of their people, and they really, truly, like Tarl, he just really, truly is, he listens to us.
Yes.
You know, I mean, it really is, when they say one Plexus, it really is one Plexus for sure, you know.
I agree.
That's really cool. I love it. I've never heard that story either. I've heard a couple other really cool ones, but that was really cool.
Yeah,
I'm glad you were able to share that with us.
Alex story a bit, like in Lansing. Did you hear Alex's story, Jesey?
No. Mm-mm.
He was there, and they're both really, really amazing leaders and, you know, CEOs of the company that treat us like we're very important.
Yes. And there are very, very few companies nowadays that even think twice about the lower level people at all. I work in a job like that right now, and you know, I'm just a number. That's it. I'm nothing special. It doesn't matter. I come to work every day, perfect time, never late, never cause problems. I'm just another number. They'll hire somebody else tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, that's something so cool, I think, with we're not just a number, you know. I mean, I was looking actually at the new welcome kits, and I've read them over before, like when I got my first one, when we got them at Super Saturday. I read over it then, and I read over it when I got home, but I was reading it again tonight, and I'm reading all of the numbers, like the statistics and stuff, how they, you know, at the first convention, it was like 240 people, you guys, and then the one in 2014, over 7,000 ambassadors. I'm going, I wonder how many there's going to be this year. Like, how cool is that, that we're at the ground level with the company? Like, they're just starting, you know.
Yeah.
That's super cool that we're just...
I'm thinking this year there's going to be like 12,000.
I think that's incredible. I really do, honestly.
Yeah, we'll have to try to catch up with you and Megan in Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I once, you know, my story, you know, I'd posted it, and, you know, for a long time, I guess it just was kind of out there, and then all of a sudden, like, it just blew up.
Mhm.
And, you know, and it's good because, you know, a lot of healthy people just don't think they need anything. And, you know, a healthy gut, I mean, I eat healthy all the time, but I still had sinus issues. And now I don't hardly have any sinus issues.
Mhm.
And I take it to the fact of the only thing I've changed is Plexus, the ProBio 5, BioCleanse, and X Factor. And I know them three together, even just the X Factor and ProBio 5, they have fixed my gut to where I don't have the sinus issues I did anymore.
Yeah.
I used to at least get a sinus infection at least twice a year.
Yeah.
And I have been over a year now without a sinus infection, period. So to me, that is amazing.
For sure it is. Oh my gosh, you know, I haven't been sick either. I usually get at least 2 or 3 times really, really, really sick during the winter time, and I haven't gotten sick at all. I get horrible fall allergies. Didn't get them this year. I mean, holy cow. Everybody's getting sick around me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, thank God for my X Factor.
Exactly. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to take a double dose today. Take it twice a day.
Exactly, you know, that's just it's true though. You know, they say that the slim is good for burning fat, not muscle, so people automatically think that it's for weight loss, you know.
Yeah.
And it's good for weight loss. That's one of the amazing side effects. I've had a wonderful testimony of my own for that, but you know, it's awesome seeing people like you who obviously don't need to lose any weight, get the amazing benefits from these awesome supplements, you know? I mean, seriously.
Yeah. I agree.
Awesome. I love hearing that because so many people are like, well, I don't need to lose weight or I don't want to lose weight, you know, and then you're like, well, listen, it's not just about that. Everybody needs their gut balanced, you know?
Exactly.
It's amazing what can happen when our bodies work the way they're supposed to, you know?
Exactly. When you're not craving all that sugar and stuff like that, it's because, you know, when you got a lot of candida bacteria built up in your gut, it thrives off sugar.
Yep.
So until you can kill it off, your sugar cravings will be through the roof. And I mean, it's not going to get rid of every sugar craving there is, but if you can get it from 100 down to 50, that's major. That is huge. And especially when I was at convention, I met so many people from all over, and met one guy that was a diabetic, had been a diabetic for several years, had been on insulin for 4 years, and the doctor told him, you will never be able to get off insulin. He started the Triplex and was able to start eating a little better than he did before, lost a lot of weight, lost 60 or 70 pounds, and in the process now he has he's not taking insulin anymore when the doctor told him that he couldn't take it. You know, he'd never be able to do it again.
Right, yeah, and you know,
I'm not saying that it cured his diabetes, but it's helped it.
Right, exactly.
I mean, you know, a combination of that and eating clean and getting your weight down, anything that can help you do that is amazing.
Exactly. You know, these products definitely don't cure things. They, you know, no, that these products don't cure anything, but for sure it helps your body fight. You know.
Yes.
Mhm. And that's
Because when your body can,
us.
yeah, when your body starts regulating it like it's supposed to, well, then your body can fight the things that you've been having problems with. But until you can get your body regulated, it's not gonna, fix anything. We'll be
Exactly.
stuck in the same rut.
Yep. I love it. I love everything you had to say tonight, and I'm so glad, like I said, you were able to be on with us, Trey. Awesome. Awesome testimony. And we are going to definitely have you on again soon. We want to hear your story again, and we want to hear how it progresses, because our journeys are everlasting, you guys. We're in this for the long haul, right?
Yes.
Yep. So, again, thank you so much, Trey, for being on with us. We are just so thankful. And all of you guys watching, make sure you're on with us again. We're going to be back soon, probably next Monday. And we're not sure who we're having on yet, but we're gonna have somebody else, and it's going to be a good one. Trey, thank you again so much. And we'll be talking to you guys soon. We hope tonight you have found your purpose driven by pink. Thanks again for joining us. Cheers.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.